In this video, we'll demonstrate the Google Navigation application for the Droid X smartphone. Now, it's important to note we do not want to use the VZ Navigator application, as that incurs a fee with Verizon. However, Verizon does offer, actually it's Google offers a free application on the Droid phone called Google Maps, and it also has Google Navigation built in. This application is convenient in that it basically incorporates a Garmin on your cell phone. So to start, let's go ahead and launch the Google Navigation application. We do so by pressing the launcher icon and scrolling down and looking for Google Navigation. It's just called Navigation, has an up arrow. Go ahead and press that. And this has various different options in the navigation menu. There are a couple of options to search a navigation and to navigate to. One, you could type your destination, which is more common, and you press type destination, it brings up the virtual keyboard and you can type in your destination. In this case, we'll type in Beaverton. And hit search. Google Maps automatically found Beaverton, Oregon, which is just really Beaverton Town Square. And it'll pause for a moment searching for GPS, and then it'll tell you to follow the route. After a moment here, it'll give you step-by-step instructions, as a Garmin would. Another method for searching for a destination is to speak it. To do so, first let's go ahead and exit out of this navigation page. So we'd hit the menu button and choose Exit Navigation. Press the launcher icon and go back to Google Navigation and choose Speak Destination. You can also hit the return key to go back to that page as well. Go ahead and hit cancel. So if we choose Speak Destination, it'll come up and want us to briefly say our destination. It'll try to use character recognition to discover where it needs to go. So for example, I'll hit Speak. Beaverton, Oregon. It'll analyze it and it'll say navigate to Beaverton, Oregon if it recognizes it. It'll search for driving directions. It'll find it and then build a route for you. Now after a moment, assuming you're on a road or a highway, currently I'm not, so it's having difficulty finding it, it'll actually tell you where to go. So if you have it unmuted, basically the voice will tell you where to go just like a Garmin will. When it shows your route too, it also displays the level of traffic on your route. So for example, as you can see here on this particular map, there's a green line on my route. That means that there is a mild amount of traffic on that route. There are different levels of traffic depending on where you go. For example, let's go ahead and hit the return key. Hit OK. Go back to our Google Navigation application. This time let's speak Portland, Oregon. Press Speak, Portland, Oregon. It says navigate to Portland, Oregon. And it'll do an entirely new route. This route is different. It's a much longer route, although there doesn't appear to be a whole lot of traffic. If a segment of the route has more traffic, it'll either display yellow for moderate amount of traffic and red for high traffic. Or it'll display gray if there is no traffic. For example, down in here it's all gray. But over here it's all green. This process isn't exact, but it's a useful way to tell if your destination has a lot of traffic along the way. You can also get your route info by just pressing this button here. This will display your entire route info. This is very useful if you need to know specifics about navigating to your destination. You can also view more options about Google navigation by pressing the menu button. You can get to your route info this way, which displays the full map to your route. To get alternate routes, you would press this button here. This will display a different route, and it shows them side by side. You can choose to tap on either one of these to show the different route. As you can see, the route changes when you tap that, and then select the one you want and choose navigate. To go back into more options, you press the menu button. You can choose your layers, so you can add a satellite view, which this is Google Maps, so it does have satellite view options available. It's a lot slower, but it does work. The traffic view, which you can toggle on and off. Parking, gas stations, ATM and banks, restaurants, etc. So if you chose restaurants, it would show all the nearest restaurants in your vicinity. Shows them here, pretty much all over the place. Press the menu button for more options. You can also search a new destination or search something along the way. So for example, let's type in Starbucks. And hit search. This will show us the listing of different Starbucks in the area. And what's nice about this is we can choose a specific Starbucks. Oh, you can double tap at any time on this Google map as well, or use the pinch pull method to zoom in and out, or you can use this as well to zoom in and out. Select the one you desire. It'll pop up with a window, and then you tap it for more options. You can choose to call it. You can choose to navigate to it by pressing this, and it'll ask you what type of navigation you'd like. Press the return key to get out of that menu. Or you can see more info about that restaurant. You can see reviews. It's a pretty powerful utility. Press return to go back to navigation, and return again. You can always hit this little navigation option too to go back to your original navigation. Press the menu button to go back to more options, and then you can go to more. You can have a directions list, which just takes you back to your route info. Press the return key to go back to navigation. This is the directions list here. Return key. Press the menu button, go more. Help, which is help about the application in general. Terms, self-explanatory. Or you can set a new destination. So you can just speak or type a new destination. You can also use your contacts, or you could star places. Starring places is, say you've found an example of a restaurant you want and you star it. You can choose, this is a quick menu to choose that. You can also choose from your list of different contacts, although I don't have any contacts in this application. So let's go ahead and press the return key to go back to the navigation menu. Press the menu key. That pretty much, press return to go back. Also too, at any time you can exit navigation. It's highly recommended that you exit navigation when you're done using this feature, as it saves battery life. Also too, you can choose to mute, which will mute the navigation volume. Press menu, unmute to listen to the navigation. That's important if you do not want to hear the voice that comes on that tells you where to go. Also too, you can adjust the navigation volume at any time by pressing your volume keys on the top right corner of the phone. So, for example, pressing it the down one, volume down, will change the navigation volume down. Pressing it up will change it up, and it makes kind of a beep sound when you do that. Press the return key. Hit OK. This takes us back to Google Maps.